Good afternoon, teacher. My full name is Chan Bon Sambat, and this is my identification card. Today, I am really pleased to do this speaking project to the teacher. And this speaking project have only three parts. For the part one is talking about my family, and part two it led me to describe about the person who influenced my education, and the last part is led me to answer the question. So now let me do the part one. Okay, I would like to describe about my family to you. Presently, I live in a small family. There are my father, my mother, my brother, and my sister. First of all, I would like to describe about my father. My father's name is Rain. He is a person who kindly, friendly, and like to communicate with each other, have each other around him when they have a problem or need a help from him. And especially, he is a person who very easygoing with each other. And presently, he is a businessman. And my mother name is Chantu. She is a housewife, but now my father prepare the place to to run the business to my mother, and maybe next month she will become a seller. And she is a person who uh, don't like to talk to mean that she is a person who just want to talk only anything with a clear topic. Without topic, no need to say anything. And she is very kind and very friendly sometimes. And about my brother is not so far from my father. He is a person who kindly, friendly, and not talkative, but he like to communicate, to speak with each other like this, about that, and especially he is the same my father. For this point, he is a person who very easygoing with each other and helpful means that have other people around him and member in my family also. So presently he is a seller. And about my sister, I have two older sister. They are not graduate from high school. They just grade 12 and grade 8. And both of her are a person who friendly also, but sometimes they are a quiet person in the family. When they at home, they don't like to say anything. They don't like to speak anything without topic like my mom. And they are a person who easygoing like my father, my brother, and my father. It's not it's not different each other. Just have a few point that they are have something different. And I want to tell you something about them. They are a person about all a person all in my family. They are a member in my heart. Mean that they are very careful about each other in the house in the home. And for the next, I want to say something about the time that I manage to them. Presently, even I don't have my time to spend with them. Why? Do you know? Because presently I have a job at one company. So from Monday to Saturday, oh no, from Monday to Friday, I have to work from the morning, and I leave from work at the evening, maybe 5 or 5 55 o'clock. and I'm not come home because when I live at workplace, I come to school to study at evening time, from 5:30 to 8:40 or 30, and I feel very happy when I live with them, with all of them, and I feel comfortable and feel warm. Be, um, like I said before, even I don't have my time to spend with them, but I'm feel very happy because we are love each other and have each other. And one more point that I want to say about them and about me for the time that I want to manage with them. Uh, like I said before, from Monday to Saturday. Oh no, from Monday to Friday, I work. But about Saturday, I used to study at the morning and at the afternoon. So I have free time only evening at Saturday. For the Monday, I have full time. I mean that I am free for Saturday because no class and no work. And that day, I made a small party at home or go out to eat something together with and saying anything with each other about this about that in my family, and this is the happiness time for me and for them also. And I am really get on well with my family. Like I said before, I have no much time to spend with them, but I'm feel warm because they love each other. They love each other in the family, and I love them also. And okay, this is my uh, this is my describe to you about my family, and now move to the part two that uh, like I said before, part two is the part that let me describe a person who influencing my education. Okay, now let me start describe about him. About a person who influencing my education. It's not only one. It's not only one. Have a lot, but I just take only one to describe. Mean that I cannot describe all of them because of time. And okay, that was this time. The person who influencing my education, he is a person who very kindly and friendly, and his name is Sority, and I met him during I studied at uh, Econ Associate major Chinese language, and I met him since 2014 when when I study Chinese at Econ Associate. He is a human resources manager at e-learning international school for Brazil, and he is a person who very easygoing, and he always give an advice to each student and me also. He is a good human resources in our country and in the world. I think that because he never blame each other. He never give other alone. He always support by him idea to other student or other people around him that have a problem. He always give an advice and explain about the life. It's very good for me. And about the education that I get from him, I want to say that I mean that when when I met him, I get an education that I never get it before when I met him. But when I met him, I get it from him and from his friend. His friend is a person is not so far from him, like to do like this, like that in the society. Explain about this, about that uh, in a life to each other. So he is a person who very good and a good human resources, and this is the special thing about him to me, and it's not only to me, mean that for all the people around him and know him. So this is the end of the part 2, and now let me move to the part 3, that is the last part. And this part also uh, is let me to answer the question. Okay, now I would like to answer the question. Okay, don't waste the time. Number question 1: how has education changed in my country in the last 10 years? In the next 10 years, in the last 10 years, I think that education in my country is changed from low level to high level, from step by step. As we know already, education in our country presently are very change from bad habit to good habit, change from the past to the today and presently is very good. So now, as we know already that education in our country is good, and we can say can challenge with each other with other country in ASEAN, and I hope in the future we can uh, get very very good in education. Okay, now let me move to the next question. What change do you force or do I force in the next 50 years about education? I think that in the next 50 years, education in my country will be better than today. Mean that in the future, education in my country is very good from than today. And I hope our country in the next 50 years will take a certificate or make make other people around the world know that Cambodian is a country that have a great education and can make they have a feel great and respond to our country, and they can take their child to come to our country or come to Cambodian to take their child to study and get an education from our country to uh, their country. Mean that in 50 years next in next 50 years, in next 50 years, other people around the world they take their child to come to our country to study about this, about that, this major or those major, and then they get a certificate from our country. They go to their country, and the government or the workplace on their country know and also happy that their their human resources come to our country and take an education from our country to their country. This is I hope. And so now let me move to the next question. What activity play what activity plays the important role in education. The activity play in education, I think, have only five. Number one is reading, speaking, writing, and listening, and the last is practice. Practice is very important. Why? Because if we just only speaking, reading, writing, and reading, but we don't practice, we just know the way how to study like this, like that. We just know the way how to succeed like this, like that. But we never practice. We cannot get it. We cannot get success. We know the way how to get success, but we don't practice to get success. Finally, we will fail. We cannot win. And so, move to the next question. Um, what method of learning work best for you or for me? This point, I want to share something about my experience at university. The method of learning work best for me is study from the teacher, from the lecturer at the school, and I take all of education that I study from them to practice at workplace. Mean that I study at the school and recently I have a work, so it's easy for me to take it to practice and take an experience from the workplace to complete at the school. For example, in major human resources management or marketing, I also study. I already studied, and now I work uh, similar the major that I study, and I can practice at the workplace, and I can take an experience from the workplace to complete at the school. This is the method of learning best for me. And now move to the last question is, how beneficial do I think or do you think it is to group students according to their level ability? This question is very good and very important. For the group study, we already know that if we study alone without anyone teach, we cannot get success. I mean that we don't have any idea. We just get only your idea or only my idea. Not get any idea from any people around around us or around me, around you also. So we just get only our mind. And if we have a group work or group study, group student, we have a lot of idea, can increase the ability learning group. Because if we study without friend or work without member, we won't get a good result, or it doesn't mean that we cannot get a better result which without other people help. But I mean that if we work in group or study in group, it may be 70 or 50 or 80% that we have a good result than the student or the person who work or study alone. Okay, this is the end of this speaking. Thank you and goodbye, teacher. Good luck.